to another edition of Orion Today, live in the ONTV studios here at the Orion Center, 1349 Joslyn Road. We are back. Kim Urbanowski
Hello.
Joining me. I'm Ian Locke. I'm not supposed to be in this chair today. Joe Johnson, your usual host for the show today, is not feeling well. He's a little under the weather. He called up, I think, about 40 minutes ago. Goes, I'm not feeling well. You need to go on. So the understudy's sitting here.
The understudy.
And so thank you for tuning in. Again, what is Orion Today? Everything around Orion, activities, news, events, a bunch of good stuff. We have a great show today.
Yes.
Two guests today. We have
that's unusual.
Reps from the Lions Club talking about all their great events, and then Dutton Farms is here. So love Dutton Farms.
Me too.
And the work they do over there. So we'll be here chatting with those guys momentarily. But so how are you? It's been I haven't seen you for a couple weeks. How's Township? What's happening over there down the street?
Well, I have a new job.
Yes, treasurer.
in the last 30 days, so it's been a learning journey. I have an awesome team in the treasurer's department, and so I've been learning. Tax season's over, so we're breathing a little bit more now. But I'm
picking it. Yeah, it's
all the committees and all the things that I'm doing on the cable commission. Obviously, one of my favorite things ever.
Yep, and our projects that we're working on together. We have so many things. The to-do list.
It's long.
It's very, very long.
Not daunting because there's good teams everywhere, so we're getting it done. And
we're not going to read our to-do list on the air. No one wants to hear that. But we have exciting projects coming online and potential here even for ONTV. That's a little nugget we'll share with a little bit as the months go along, but we'll do it. But what's the next holiday coming up? We've got a little bit of St. Patty's Day. Do you have any plans for St. Patrick's Day?
So as an actual Irish person, somewhat, like probably, like a quarter of me, this side, this leg.
From the knee down?
Do the regular stuff, the corned beef for dinner.
Yeah.
But, I'm not a go out and, get crazy party person anymore.
See, either am I. I got rid of that a long time ago. That's what college was for, right?
20s, 30s, maybe.
Yes. 30s. Yeah. Started having kids in the 30s, that kind of went away. But I'm the same. I open the fridge and I see my corned beef sitting there going, okay, corned beef in the crock pot for about 10 hours is going to be heavenly. And we'll throw up some potatoes and mix it up with some good stuff, and like a little pint of Guinness, just a little flavor to wash down my.
I have a little thing of Jameson, which is an Irish whiskey, and maybe I'll have a sip of that.
Never tried that. I'm not a big whiskey guy.
Yeah.
I'm a draft
really know how it
guy.
ended up in my
in
pantry,
your cupboard.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. It's probably for a recipe or something.
Yeah. So other things in town that have been going on. We had the Women in Business. Expo. That is an annual event that is a lot of fun and really cool. I know staff here at ONTV attended, and how was that event?
It was good. So the first one that we did was in 2019, and so this is the fourth one that has happened, and they're wildly popular. I'm happy to report that. Some gentlemen are starting to make their way in because it's not just for women. It's not just a women's event. It's a women speakers and things like that and their perspective in the workplace. So more and more men are showing up, which is really cool. Absolutely.
I can buy a ticket?
You bet. All of you. Everybody.
Well, I know there's raves. Tracy and Becky from our staff, they go, and Tessa, they go and mingle and hobnob, and you network, and we've gotten some great ideas, great connections with other nonprofits in the area and businesses just from that mingling, and a lot of great things have come out of that program. So
it's nice. It's a pretty display of things, and people are bringing baskets to put on the table and stuff. I do want to give kudos to Joyce Donaldson. She's the new chamber CEO, president and CEO, and she's only been here for a couple months, and she's doing a bang-up job, stellar job, and of course this was a really hard one to pull off sort of quickly after starting, but she did a great job, and Jillian, of course, is always amazing. So.
They do fantastic stuff, a small staff that really serves the business community. We're chamber members and have been for a long, long time, and the partnerships we have with them, and helping promote the businesses and the nonprofits and everybody who belongs. It's grown over the years. It's amazing over the last decade how big, and you go to their website and you see the number of businesses that are part of the chamber and that networking, and it really reflects into the community of what's the vacancy rate around here, right? I mean, it's low for commercial space. So it's just a vibrant organization that is a great resource for our businesses and nonprofits. So
a good part of your team if you want to be in business.
Absolutely. We also have, so ONTV's busy too, right? So this is the season. We're just wrapping up our last 10-week video production class. And we're starting next Monday. We have a new one coming up. So, yep, it's there's a graphic on your screen there. The next 10-week class is coming up. If you're interested, it's only $55 a person, and it's a 10-week crash course in how the studio functions in the first half, and then the last 5 weeks are field gear, tripods, cameras, microphones, going out in the community and learning how to lightly edit. We dabble in editing, and Joe Johnson is a great instructor.
He is.
And he teaches the class, and we do have openings, so if you're interested, just give us a call, 248-393-1060, or head on over to our webpage, orionontv.org, for more information. So.
I highly recommend them. My daughter did it last year and then entered into the festival.
The film festival,
The film festival. So it was a great experience, and honestly, the amount of information that's given out for the low price of $55, let me tell you.
Yeah, we've been told that. Yeah. We know there's other access centers that have classes that they're in the $300 range.
Wow.
And for us, it's,
well, you get volunteers out of it too, right? People that are coming to help.
We do. And in the past, years ago, it was free.
Oh,
the class was free, but when you have a little skin in the game, people show up.
True, that's true.
But it's been great, and the funds help keep the lights on here at ONTV. Every little bit helps, but we love having the new faces come in and have a good time. I mean, the crew working on the show today, Steve, and everybody else, you guys going through classes, and now here they are helping us out and having fun, making shows, and doing Orion Today. Yeah. So. I haven't been through the class in some time. I think I should get a refresher. What do you think?
You probably should, maybe.
Maybe?
New equipment, you don't know. You never know what you don't know until you learn.
Oh, that's true, and I found out a lot today, this morning, that I don't know a lot of things. So, but anyway, so a lot of stuff happening. The holidays coming up. We hope you guys are out safe for be safe for St. Patty's Day. We know we got a little bit of snow last night. I'm so ready for that to be gone and to go away. Winter, you had your chance.
Really, it did though. It did. It doesn't need to. It doesn't need to stay. We're good.
No, not at all. So we're hoping it goes away, and I understand the 50s are coming in our way.
Yeah, by the weekend, I think.
Cannot wait. So where are we at on the show? Again, Joe Johnson's usually here. Kim Urbanowski here at Orion Today with Ian Locke. I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. Let's see. We have some. We have a news break that we're going to run here about the Fireman's Charity Ball, which is a great event.
That was fun.
And I believe it was last weekend.
Yes.
And Joe Johnson, our news guy and all about town kind of fella, he was out getting some B-roll, and our intern Marco was with him. So we were out and about with that. So take a look at this news break about the Fireman's Ball.
On the evening of Saturday, March 4th, more than 150 firefighters, dignitaries, and members of the community arrived at Paint Creek Country Club for the 36th Firemen's Charity Ball. Hosted by the Orion Firefighters Association, attendees enjoyed dinner and music and had many chances to come away with fantastic raffle prizes donated by local sponsors.
So we have a myriad of different raffle items, some premium raffles like a trip around the world or a trip you could anywhere you want to go to. We have a phenomenal Jack Daniels donation package, and then a host of raffle items down the way, from kayaks to a Blackstone to tool sets to Gucci sunglasses.
The event returned after a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID pandemic. It is by far the OFFA's biggest fundraiser of the year and allows the nonprofit organization to pursue its mission of giving back to the community.
So we have a host of different ventures. One of them being the Miracle League Field. We sponsor and we provided funding to the scoreboard for the Miracle League Field. So in addition to that, we have the Adaptive League within the township. The Adaptive League is a league for special needs children in the township, and the OFFA was the first group to ever sponsor this baseball team. And so we provide them funding every year, no questions asked. In addition to that, we have a scholarship fund for first responders, a burnout fund in case you're burned out of your home, and other charities and events throughout the community that we help support, in addition to helping local kids and families at Christmas time.
For more information on the OFFA's efforts in the community, you can send an email to orionfireassociation@gmail.com. You can also find them on Facebook. From the Paint Creek Country Club, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
So back here in the studio with Kim Urbanowski, Ian Locke, and we talk about, and Roger, hey man, from the Lions Club, we just talked about a little of things going on, but the Lions Club, you are busier than ever. Yeah. And we always like to bring you guys in to share this time of year. We know what's up. What are we looking at here? The Lions.
We got our Lion races coming.
Lions races coming up. Awesome event. Tell us about the Lions Club races, how it happens, what's going on, because it is a unique event that you guys hold.
It is. It's different.
I remember the first time I saw the footage of the news, I was like, what? How does this work?
Yeah, so, I didn't understand it at first either.
Joe Johnson comes out every year and films for us. So if you want to see what it's about, go to the On TV YouTube page and look up Lake Orion Lion Races. It's a lot of fun. We line up these lions. The businesses around town purchase the lion, and we line them up on tables, 6 of them, and the tables are divided into 10 spaces, and then we roll the dice. And I get the privilege of being the announcer for the race.
Oh, you
and
do?
the
Okay.
MC for the event. And when the dice roll, those 2 lions will move forward.
You move
space.
on those spaces,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So and we do have a graphic on the screen for more information, right? So Saturday, March 25th. So be sure to get your tickets to go, or how does it work? We see $30 for just in advance, $40 at the door. Doors open at 6 p.m. and races start at 7 p.m. Can you just go to attend and watch, or should?
No, it's about betting. You get there and you're betting on these. You're betting on these lions.
That part?
Yeah, we have lion race betting software to establish the odds based on the number of tickets.
Really?
Yeah, you're betting on the races.
There's no.
Oh, it's fun. We get tables going, and they're cheering for their favorite lion. And
I think the first time I heard about this, I couldn't understand the concept either, and it was like years ago when I was at the chamber. But then I saw some of the lions displayed.
It's horse races. We put the lions on rollers.
I love it. And people still decorate them, right?
Yeah.
However they want to.
Put the logos on there, just like this has the On TV logos.
Cool.
And the businesses put
some of them are really elaborate. The decorations are great.
Yeah.
We threw ours together real quick years ago, and we put it up there, and Joe goes, "Yeah, this is not cutting it." But we go, "Hey, it's ours. We're going to leave it the way it is."
The airbrushing on there.
It works, you know. And
there are some great
our
ones.
old magnets for the cars.
One of the favorites is always the Lion King one from Old Detroit restaurant. That one's really good. That's in there every year and again this year. And,
so I'm going to take a step back to the gambling, the betting on this, because we buy our tickets at the door. It's $40. Do you get tickets, or is it just to gain entrance?
That's getting you in,
and then
and that's also food. We have we're having a taco bar this year. We've changed the food around again.
All right, great.
And hopefully, getting better every year. And so taco bar, there's a cash bar for drinks.
Okay.
And people fill up these tables, and they do get rowdy.
Well, it's pretty wild.
They're cheering loud, cheering hard.
I know was it the old KFC hall? You guys used to do it there, and they had their own little video monitors, and we were there helping out with cameras, and you had this whole thing set up. So where's the location again?
So now we're at Boulder Point.
Okay.
Across the street from the Meijer up there in Oxford. And it's a good location. It worked out well for us. We have a good place to store the lions and plenty of room to run the tables and more room to move around. It's going to be
and the funds you guys are generating through this event. I mean, you do so many things in the community. Share with us where some of those
well,
funds go.
we support the we have some senior scholarships for high school. We support baseball teams, Little League. We, of course, one of our main charters set up by Helen Keller for Lions clubs back in the 20s is that we take care of blind people. So when people in town can't afford glasses, especially a lot of kids we get glasses for, we help them. And Sam's Club helps us with that at this point. And they're super great discounts, and they're really good to work with.
And we want to thank the Lions Club too with our food drive, the ONTV food drive for fish. You guys are always a part and supporting us, and it's really kind of cool. We say this all the time about Lake Orion Township, is organizations like the Lions Club, Fish, other nonprofits, and the businesses really rally around organizations like the Lions Club
everybody
and support them.
Teaming together.
Yeah.
Fish is a good example. When we do our Christmas baskets, we deliver food to over 200 families every year.
Yeah.
And the whole community gets together to help sort the food and deliver the food. And then whatever's left over goes to Fish, and they get a lot. We give them a lot of food at the end of this. So it's a good partnership with all the community organizations.
So the Lions races, that's
next
coming
week
up
from Saturday.
25th. We have it right here, 6 p.m.
Get tickets now. Get tickets now, because everybody's last minute, and they're going to fill up
So
fast.
if they were going to get tickets in advance, is it at your website? Or
you can go to the Facebook page. You can call us and leave a voicemail.
Okay, there's a graphic again. Visit facebook.com, Lake Orion Lions.
Or call us and leave a voicemail. It's 248-975-6378.
I'm glad you remember, because I don't know it.
Well, I know that because right now I'm working on rebuilding the website because it's out of date. Our software wouldn't work anymore, so it's out of date. I'm working on rebuilding it, and so I've been putting that phone number down quite a bit.
That's a lot of work.
So go to the Facebook page, Lake Orion Lions, and I've got the event up there. And take a look at your streaming. There's always up there.
Yep.
with
We
the flyer.
after this is done, put it up there, and your flyer, we put it up on our ONTV message board. So if you are, it's on our channels on Comcast and AT&T Uverse.
There you go.
And we also share it out on our socials. So if you follow on TV, you'll see these messages as well.
Sure.
So you mentioned, well, there's another element coming up here. You have a Bear Lake Camp Wild Game Dinner.
So Bear Lake Camp
on
is
Saturday the 8th.
So you know the subdivision right north of the Kroger on the Pier Road.
Yes.
The one on the south end of Long Lake.
Yeah.
That subdivision used to be a camp for blind kids, and it was started by Big Al Casson.
Really?
One of the Lake Orion Lions Club members, one of the originals, I guess. And
Interesting.
so Big Al, they had to move out of that site, and he found this property up north of Lapeer and set up Bear Lake Camp.
Okay.
And it's on Bear Lake, and this is a camp for blind kids, and sometimes other organizations use the camp as well.
Yeah. Right.
But blind kids get to have the whole camp
experience,
like every other kid.
Awesome.
I mean, we're talking about, they're shooting bows and arrows, they're climbing rock walls and zip lines and kayaks and canoes and fishing and all the things you do at camp, all the things you're supposed to do in the summer.
Oh man, I'm
and
ready
these
for
kids
summer
are able
now.
to do this, and it's fully supported by Lions. It's of course our club because we're founding club for it, and they're having their big game dinner.
So that's that's the fundraiser, right? Saturday, April 8th.
April 8th. I'm looking at my notes
So
because I can't remember anything.
So hey,
My
we
wife
got a graphic.
My wife will confirm I can't remember anything.
Gourmet wild game
perfect.
dinner catered by Metamora Country Club includes 3 drink tickets, cash bar, door prizes, and more. $60 per person, or $400 a table of 8. Now, $400 for 8 is not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
And it's a great. It fills up. If the tickets aren't already sold out, they will be soon. So get them down.
Get on there. Yeah,
it's
awesome.
really good.
Let's sell
it's
this
a great
out
event.
and get those funds, help those kids go to camp. And you say wild game dinner.
I know, that sounds really interesting.
What is that?
All kinds of boar and bear.
Wild
and,
Really?
turkey, things
Okay.
like that. I had wild turkey once for for
They
Thanksgiving.
got
It's a little
chilies
different
and all
than you
kinds of
think.
different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little richer.
It's got a distinct taste to it.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
really good though. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I like
good stuff.
venison and the typical
Sure.
stuff we have.
Oh, you'd be
but,
all over that.
But venison jerky, my goodness. And the summer sausage, oh man.
Oh yeah.
The summer
Little
sausage
cheese.
Venice is fabulous. So,
Yep,
so
yep,
yeah,
yep.
that's a great organization or a great event for you guys. And then we see that the White Cane sales start up at May 13th through the 21st.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
that's-
share the
that's-
details on that?
That's where the Lions Club members get to stand on the streets and dodge cars. It's like playing Frogger.
Yeah. So
For those of us at the right age that remember
use your
Frogger.
brakes early
would
when
be
you
me.
come to the intersections when you see the guys.
Yeah,
right?
we
So-
put up all kinds of cones and signs, and we all wear yellow
Your vest,
vests,
yeah.
and we're very careful about it. But we're out in the streets trying to raise more money to support all our charity events, and the original idea of it again having to do with the blind, like Helen
Yeah.
Keller asked us to do, and it's to promote watching out for white canes and as you know, the leader dog for the blind does white cane training. They train people on using white canes, and so there's a lot of links in the community.
Were you ever connected to Penricton? And
We support Penricton very much, yes.
okay, I'm from
Definitely.
that area. That's where I went
okay.
to school. So I remember
Penricton's, yeah.
passing by it a lot when I was a kid. Like,
Yep.
so that's
Penricton's a
just
big part of Lions Clubs. The Lions Clubs in the area take good care of Penricton.
very cool.
We're very involved with them.
I don't know what Penricton is.
Penricton,
Help us out.
It's a school for blind kids.
Oh, okay.
In Taylor.
Taylor, very good.
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Look at that.
That's
very,
great.
Very much supported by Lions Clubs.
Now
That's
we know
one of
that,
our
I
big
mean,
charities.
so many events, and this is just spring. Do you have anything coming up later? I know
There'll
you
be
may not
more.
have dates.
There's a couple
but,
things we haven't
I mean,
quite
this
gotten
is not the end of it.
taken care of yet, that we don't know for sure the
Okay.
dates and that they're ready to go.
Okay.
Obviously, June is a big time for us, but we'll get into that later.
That was on the list. We
it
know
was
what that
on the list.
means, but as everything else, we don't
We'll
want
be talking
to
about that soon. Yeah,
say
we don't
anything
want to jump the gun.
premature, right? Yeah. So, with all the different events, so the lion races, the wild game dinner, and so on. Are these, so when you go to these events and support these events, do the funds raised for each one of these go specific to that, or
Sometimes.
is it kind of an overall? We're supporting one, so if, let's say, Lions Club attendance is down, it doesn't take away from something else.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want to just have one focus for one of our charity causes,
Okay.
because, like you say, then if nobody shows up, it's a little light. Well, then they get ripped off.
Yeah, exactly.
One
We
other
want to
thing
take care of
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
we can, and
So do you guys still do the project Kid Site?
Oh,
is that
yeah.
a thing that you still do as
Oh,
well?
absolutely. The second Saturday of each month at the library, at the Orion Township Library.
Okay.
We have Kid Site. A Kid Site is a huge hit. A few years back, we bought a camera. There was one in the whole Lions district, which is Wayne, Oakland, Macomb County, and we bought our own camera. And all it is we set the kid down and we take a picture, and it zooms in on their eyes and does a bunch of measurements. I don't know how all the magic works, but somewhere back in the back of that camera,
Yeah.
it measures their eyes, and will tell people if there's astigmatism or if their eyesight is bad, and a lot of different measurements it can make, and give you a report,
Yeah.
either pass or fail, and then basically that's a referral to
Referral
go
to-
to a
to-
doctor. And what we found is a lot of kids that aren't in school yet, 3, 4 years old, they have not gotten their eyes checked
Yeah.
because they didn't have to do it for school.
They don't have to see the board. They don't have to. Yeah.
I had during, I think it was at Dragon on the Lake last year, we had our tent set up to measure eyes, and a woman came over and talked to us and told us that her now 8 or 9-year-old is wearing glasses because when she was 3, because of Kid Sight, she found out that her daughter was almost, not quite blind, but could hardly see anything.
Wow.
And she was thanking us so much. I want to get a letter
Yeah.
from her.
Right.
It was
Testimonial
just,
of what you do.
It was fantastic to hear that this work is, It's paying off.
Yeah,
it's
and
helping.
You know,
she would have gotten continually worse.
Yes.
If she hadn't gotten
and to
a
not
doctor.
know, then like you said, you go to school and there's potential for you to fall behind or.
Yeah.
Wow, I know my father has a lazy eye, and he has dyslexia. So they, you know, back in the 50s and late 40s, they didn't really do this sort of thing, and it's like, well, you're not a very good reader, son.
And then
you know,
it becomes
and
a
it
trait.
turns into a thing, and but you.
I'll tell you, when I joined the Lions Club, my mother was almost crying because Lions helped her and her sister get glasses when they were little kids.
Wow.
Because her parents were real poor.
Yeah.
And she was so excited to have me be a Lion. So that's the other thing is we're always looking for more members.
So how great transitions. He's got his notes.
That isn't even in my notes.
He's like,
That's built in. That's
if you
instinct.
want to join,
Yeah. So if you want to join, what's the process? What do you do? How do you
Come see us. Give us a call. Look us up on the Facebook page or contact at lakeorionlions.org.
Okay.
Send us an email. Contact a current member. There's enough of us around town. There are about 100 of us.
Oh yeah.
Or you know, everybody around town knows how to get a hold of us. Here, the township office, the village office, library, somebody will.
Yeah.
So get a hold of us, and you just come to a couple meetings, see what it's like, and see if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Basically, you know what it is? It's a bunch of people getting together to eat and maybe have a pop or beer and talk about how to raise money and what to do with it.
Yeah.
And everything that we take in as donations goes back out. So
See,
they doubled my salary this year, so I'm making 2 times 0 for doing this. But,
and I'm glad you said that because there are organizations that collect. You have nonprofits that collect, and they said, well, 80% goes to processing or goes to management or property.
And the CEO is making $100 million a year. And
and
no, we aren't like
you
that.
know, it's really that really a charity or is that really a community service?
Right.
But that is not the case with the Lions.
What we take in goes back out.
Awesome.
We even have our own administrative fund comes from our own pockets.
Okay.
You know, when we got to buy, you know, paper and
Yes.
you know, whatever supplies we need, that comes from Lions.
So that's really good information to know that the donations in, donations out, right? It goes to where it says it's going to go, and it impacts them directly. That is.
So next Saturday, when everybody watching comes to the Lion races, full circle, you see how that works?
Absolutely.
You'll learn that from Joe, see?
See, I learn. Always learning. Always
When
learning.
everybody comes to the Lion races next Saturday, all
He's a
those
pro.
bets you make, all that money, that bet money will,
And
whatever you
that's,
don't take back home with you, will go to the
or
Lions
if you're the
Club.
big winner and you donate it right back, look at that.
And the,
that
and,
happens too,
and the
right?
terminology for what he just did there is called a segue.
Woohoo!
So that is great. So Roger Brodeur, thank you for coming in as always. See you around all the time. Out and about, if you see Roger, anybody with the blue shirts on with the big Lions Club logo on it, say hi and say thank you for all the work you guys are doing. Be sure to get out there, sign up for the events. They're out there, help those the community in need and help this organization. They are fabulous. And once again, for more information, you can visit the Facebook page, facebook.com/Lake Orion Lions. So
There we go.
Roger, appreciate it. Thanks for coming
Thanks,
in.
Ian.
Always great.
Thanks, Kim.
See you again.
Good to see you.
And I think we're going to go to a video. Inside the Dragons is still being produced. We have the new episode up and running. That is the news magazine program that ONTV and the Lake Orion Community Schools partnered together on. And so I believe the next episode is ready to air. So here's a little sneak peek of Inside the Dragon. Paint Creek Elementary continued its yearly tradition with an evening science fair for families and students. This year's fair was larger and more comprehensive than ever, as students created their own projects and had opportunities to interact with other science elements as well.
So a lot of what we've done here tonight is students focusing on kind of science and engineering practices. All the classrooms got together in class and we did different projects like the Lego spikes or the coding Botleys. And so every classroom is represented in whatever they're working on in the curriculum. And then in addition, many students, many submitted investigations and experiments and collections that they did at home. And we have the president of the National Science Honor Society here today to judge, myself as well as a high school teacher. And I think what resoundingly was shining through is the time that families spent together working on these projects. When you talk to the children about what kind of inspired them or gave them the idea, it was often their mom or their dad or their grandpa or their grandma. And then they would talk about all the time they spent at home thinking and doing and investigating things. And so I'm just so infinitely proud of these families and what they did at home and their excitement for science, and then what the teachers and the students have done to show off their learning in classrooms as well.
The student projects were collaborations at home, investigating an issue and producing a display for all visitors on a science-related concept. Each student was provided a passport at check-in, and each different activity was a chance to get a stamp. The various activities included the high school robotics team, which brought a robot that served many functions, from picking up and dropping balls to creating a game of catch with a ball propelled or tossed down a hallway. There were coded robots that drove based on commands, places to build towers, and assemble blocks and stick hands in a beaded tub.
Well, our goal is to encourage students to become scientists and excited about science and just love it. And so it's been an event that's gone on for years, and it's sort of evolved from just science projects to a great big science fair and discovery night where they bring in STEM activities and the teachers do class projects. I was in charge of really organizing the science fair where the kids got to do their projects and bring them in. We got judges to come in and judge the kids for the 3rd through 5th grade for first, second, and third prizes. But the lower L kids got to come in and get participation medals, and it's just neat. The kids were so excited. We had 87 students participate this year, and then we've got hundreds and hundreds of people that are coming to enjoy the night with their families, so it's amazing.
Oh, they love this event. I think part of it is because they get to see their students' best work through classroom projects and science fair projects that are on display, but they also know it's an opportunity for kids to come and explore and to work with engineering concepts, architectural concepts, textures, and different types of mediums that they might not otherwise have an opportunity to get to investigate.
That even.
Are we back? Live TV again. Here in the studio, Orion Today, Ian Locke, Kim Urbanowski, and if you like Inside the Dragon, it runs every month through the school year, so you want to see what's happening inside the school district, at the high school, the middle schools, the elementary schools, all little details in the classrooms. You can find that on Inside the Dragon. I think we are 4 years in production on that, so
really,
yeah, it's really kind of taken off. So we're back in the studio, Orion Today, live here in the ONTV studios. We have a group with us that is one of my favorites, Dutton Farms.
Woohoo!
Oh my goodness, you guys, the work you guys. We have Kim Staudacher.
You got it. You nailed it.
See, I came in late. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Joe's supposed to be here, so I'm glad I got the names right. And we have Kevin McCloskey. We know Kevin. We've seen him around town. Great singing voice, but he's here with us. We have our. We're going to learn about Dutton Farms. You guys, we know what you do on TV. We've been at your place so many times covering what you do. It's fantastic. Share with those at home if they've never heard of Dutton Farms.
Sure.
Tell us what we got.
Of course, again, my name is Kim Staudacher. I'm the Director of Development, and we are a nonprofit in Rochester, and we support and serve adults with developmental disabilities. Just to live a life of purpose, inclusion, dignity, just like you and I want. This is one of our participants, Kevin. He is amazing. He lives here in Lake Orion, And a lot of people know about you, don't they, Kev?
Of course they do.
He's a jokester.
Yeah, you guys just missed it. He was cracking jokes, had us laughing and all that good stuff before we went back on.
You want to do a joke right now?
You got one?
I'll just tell you the history of the famous farm.
Okay, we'll do that
Yes,
first.
that'd
That
be
sounds
great.
great, Kev.
That's why we're here.
All right. In 2010, a long time ago, a woman named Michelle Smither founded Dutton Farm for her beloved daughter, Rebecca Smither.
That's right.
It began as just a place for Rebecca to thrive and to, so she was our original on-site barista at the farm. And now she has a job at the Everybody's Incorporated.
Yep, you're right.
And everyone loves Rebecca more than any other farmer in history.
Well, because it was kind of founded for her, right?
Yeah.
But now we have lots of participants that come. We serve over 100 people now,
Wow.
and we have a waiting list as we speak. So we are growing. We need more space, so we've started a capital campaign to expand.
Okay.
So we're excited about that for sure.
That's amazing. So 100 active.
Yes, on a daily basis. So we are a day
give
program.
us a day,
Yeah,
give us a day in a life.
So
What
we
do
have
do?
a day program. We are a day program, open 9 to 3,
Okay.
Monday through Friday, and we have a kind of an on-site farm atmosphere. We are a farm, so we have a lot of social skill building through horticultural skills and animal therapy. We have animals on the farm, so we have to take care of those on a daily basis.
And I also want to tell you about the other famous thing we do.
What else do we do famous?
We also have our community involvement buses.
Yes,
Oh.
and Kevin is a big part of that. Tell them a little bit about what we do on a daily basis. What kind of sites do we go to?
Well, here's something. For community involvement, the buses play a big role of carrying the passengers to any place they're going.
How many buses do we have?
How many fingers am I holding up?
That'd be 2.
That would be 2.
And
So we go out. How many times a day do we go out?
2 days.
Twice a
And
day.
the 2 drivers are Mr. Brandon Heel and Mr. Illich Gomez.
Yep, they are support staff that drive our buses. So on a daily basis, twice a week, or twice a day, just like Kevin said.
Okay.
Yep, twice a day, and experiences that are meaningful. We volunteer a lot in our community. We feel that that's so important. So many people give back to us that we feel that it's important that our individuals learn that they can do this as well. So we do a lot with Meals on Wheels. We do some socialization. That's part of our we have kind of 5 pillars that we try to follow. So volunteering is one of them. Socializing, we get out in the community, especially with some of our elderly senior citizens, and go to a lot of their senior living areas and play bingo, right? And so that's a lot of fun. That interaction
Can't go wrong with bingo.
No, especially when you get prizes, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So that's a great experience. Exercise is another pillar. A lot of our individuals don't get the chance that a lot of individuals get in our community.
Yeah.
So we've partnered with UWM and Reimagine Recreation, and we get to go there twice a week using their soccer fields and the basketball courts. Another great way, to get out in the community. So we have a lot of fun. Then consumerism is another big thing. We have a lot of animals on our farm, so our individuals learn how to buy things in our community and the way how money works and budgeting and things like that. So
life skills.
Life skills, definitely.
It's what we all need.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
To learn all those things.
Yeah.
I know another place we go for the CI events.
Where do you go?
The world famous Michelle Smithers Farm.
Yes. So our founder, the Smithers, they also have an area here that they live out in Orion, and our farmers go there on a weekly basis and do a lot of woodworking and other kind of skills to learn. Yeah.
I have a question. So it's kind of ties in actually with the Women in Business that we were talking about earlier. The first year that we did it, we had gotten gifts for some of our speakers from the farm.
everybody.
And I drove out there and tried really hard not to play with the chickens.
Well, now you have to come out because,
Well.
of course, we have the chickens, but now we have 2 goats and a pig.
I knew you were going to say that.
We have 2 goats and a pig.
Oh.
And
Wow.
can you tell them the names of our animals?
Well, I heard many good stories about the animals, like the 2 goats, Mr. Yankee and Miss Zulu.
Oh my gosh.
Yankee and
And the
Zulu.
pig's name is Thor.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the chicken's
Oh,
names
there's all kinds of
There's a lot
names.
of chickens.
I can't remember all of them.
I'm not sure they have enough names in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We have a lot of animals in
heard
the
one
house,
of them.
bunnies and guinea pigs.
wow.
So there's a lot to do at the farm, a lot of
Yeah.
social building skills that are learned.
Do you
through-
still
through
build,
these.
make the candles and all of that?
So we used to do that on the farm. It's just
Okay.
the production has just become overwhelming, and
Sure.
we couldn't handle the space.
That's what we've heard
yes.
most about.
So
and-
now we
yeah.
have a production facility in Pontiac
Speaking of which,
Oh.
that's
and a
where,
storefront. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, that's where I did assessments with Andromeda Schmidt.
Yep. So yes, we do assessments there, and so that's where our it's our social enterprise sister company is located.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah,
We bought some
you need to visit
Yes.
because it's become a lot more than just soaps and candles. I
And
mean,
the lip
there's
balms
yeah,
and
and the
all
lip
that
balms.
stuff.
So we
Yeah.
have body butters, which are lotions
Sure.
and scrubs
Wow.
and different. They have a whole kids line. So yeah,
Phenomenal.
you have to stop by
Okay.
and visit for sure.
That is amazing.
Yes. So we
That's
have
a lot of moving parts.
It is. So we have 10 participants that are employed by everybody. So that's another part of our farm as well, kind of like the 3rd division where we offer workforce development and offer supported employment for some of our participants that are looking for jobs. So we offer that for them through assessments and look for a competitive job that is meaningful to them.
We have someone at the township.
Yeah, you do. Yes, we do.
He's so
yes,
sweet.
and he's amazing.
He is a doll.
Barnett.
He does a great job.
He actually
well,
works in that office, right?
He doesn't
he
work
does?
in yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate,
With,
Nate does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smart people. I also think that
Where do you have a job?
where.
You tell us.
So I work for the Lake Orion bus company, Lake Orion Community Schools.
Oh,
And he helps. You're an aide, a bus aide, right?
Of course I am.
And you help the the early elementary
Preschoolers.
The preschoolers get on the bus and
love
stuff.
it.
And you tell them jokes and stuff like that.
Of course I do, but,
Of course he does.
of course.
but I have to say it's, well, and I'm not kidding.
Uh-oh. Where are you going with this,
I
Kevin?
know.
No, I feel like we're braced
I'm
for
waiting
it.
for
I'm braced for
we
it.
should have a drum roll. I'm waiting for the punchline to drop.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
so I also have a job at Dutton Farm,
He does. He helps us.
administration, and I've got one of my beautiful coworker ladies, Miss Kimberly Staudacher.
Thank you, Kevin.
Wow.
We call her Cute Kim.
Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
No.
Okay. Now I'm just going to blush more and more, Kevin.
See, no better place
So,
than live
I was
television to
gonna
learn
say,
these things.
we just have fun every day, and as you can tell, this place is a special place, and we love to have visitors come out. We love having volunteers, and that's a place that people can learn more about who we are. And
So if somebody wanted to volunteer
yes,
and
definitely
step up and say,
definitely
hey, we
go
want
to our
be a part of this.
and we love that. We love having volunteers. We love people in our community learning more about us and just getting the chance to see who we are as an organization. So please, reach out. Go to our website, www.duttonfarm.org. You can fill out something, and all that information goes directly to me, and then I can get back with you.
Also want to tell you guys about mode of transportation. So, here's a question for you.
Always on the move. We gave him a wireless microphone.
No, he's gonna start singing.
Well, here's a question for you. So, the most unique mode of transportation I've used is one of the most popular services is, of course, the North Oakland Transit Authority.
Yes.
Yes.
NOTA is always an amazing bus service because, I really appreciate those people, and I have to say, I really have to start noticing that one.
Oh my, come on, but
So that's
He's up
another.
here telling dead
Of course, a lot of our
Right.
participants use
You
that
can leave,
service.
hey, Kevin, you can leave that on.
It's a
That's
great
okay.
service.
Yep, it's
It's
already
on.
on, bud.
What's going on? I can't hear it.
No,
No,
you're fine.
okay.
You're fine.
fine.
Bud. Okay, have a seat now.
So let's circle back to the
Yeah.
Capital
What's going on?
collection program. So I have little notes here say that you guys actually have a drive for Dutton.
Yes.
Oh,
so
great. You asked
June
for it.
22nd coming up.
Yep, that is our next charity event.
Okay.
And actually, in the past few years, we've done it at Top Golf. Well, we decided to bring it back to an actual golf course.
Oh, there we go. We have a graphic up on the
Yeah,
screen.
there we go. So love everybody to visit our website. We have a way that you can buy a foursome. We're also selling dinner tickets to it. So it's at West Wind Golf Course this
Live
year.
auction.
A live auction. We have some amazing prizes that we're going to be auctioning off. We'll have some silent auction items as well, raffle. We'll have games during the event, longest drive and closest to the pin.
All the good stuff.
So all the good
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
to
All the
get
good
golfers
things, yeah.
out there, So it's
I
going to be
did
a lot
go
of
to
fun.
one
I
of
want to
those
talk to you
before.
guys about another event that's coming up, and it's actually right at Dutton Farm. The springtime event.
We do. We have seasonal events at the
Okay.
farm to, like I said, to bring the community in. We started those last year, and it's been amazing to see how many community members really didn't know much about Dutton Farm.
Yeah.
Even though they lived in our general vicinity, it was surprising to see how many people didn't know about us. So we started having these, and we have around 300 community members come to our seasonal event. So it's a lot of fun.
Very
so
cool.
Our next seasonal event is coming up in May 20th, Saturday, May 20th, from 12 to 3. I've partnered with the Do Only Good Animal Rescue, so we will have a pet adoption.
Hey, guess what?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would love to adopt a pet.
I know. You got to talk to Mom about that, right?
Because I have to say, I would what kind of animals are they bringing to Old McDonald's?
Probably cats and dogs.
I
You
love
guys,
cats.
it's
Yeah.
amazing to hear the scope and the reach that you guys have in the community and the services and products and experiences and all these different things.
We're just expanding, which is amazing.
That's fantastic.
got it.
And
And I mean, this is all for our individuals that come to the farm,
Yeah.
all towards our mission, and that's what we love. For
so
sure.
DuttonFarms.org. Make sure you check out the website. Go there. It's all listed there.
Yep, all of our upcoming
the
events and everything. You can
There you
learn
go.
all about.
DuttonFarm.org on our screen. Visit there. Take a peek. Kim, Kevin, so thankful you guys came in. It's always good to see you guys and hear what's happening down on the farm.
Perfect.
And, Kevin, you have a talent for telling jokes, my man.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if we have time for his joke.
Why-
I think
why
we're
don't
going to
you
be
do
rolling.
one
But
quick
do one-
joke?
Do you got one?
One
I've
quick
got
joke.
one.
Okay.
Here's one. Hey guys, here's a joke for you. Why did the optometrist come to Dutton?
I don't know.
Why did the optometrist come to Dutton? I don't know.
Yes.
Tell us.
Because to go on a CI trip.
Oh, Kevin, you're so good.
Nice.
He's been working on these jokes. I think he's got a routine.
Hey, guys.
Kevin, I think we need to have a stand-up show here at the studio for you to come in and MC.
And that's what I've said before.
Hey,
He
guys,
needs his own little podcast.
So here's a joke.
You got
for
one more?
Here's a joke.
Okay, one more.
What do you get when you cross a farmer with a hockey player? You get Gordie Howe.
Kevin, you're hilarious.
Nice.
You got a million of them, Kevin.
And I have to say, here's one of the most famous farmers besides Rebecca. Natalie Reinhardt is one of the most famous farmers too.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of our participants that comes to the farm, right?
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, she's a real sweetie pie. We love her.
Oh,
That's great.
Kevin and everybody loves you too, for sure.
And do you know who?
He's the kindest.
So
And I
Kevin
also-
and Kim, we're
And I've got a
live
girlfriend.
TV rolls around, my friend. We're gonna
We're
roll
out
out
of
of here.
We're out of
This is
time.
great. We
All right.
gotta have Kevin
So
back.
hey, Kev, you know what? If people want to find out more
Yes.
about Dutton, they need to come and visit us and learn more
Yes.
about and get to talk to you more. What
All
do you
right,
think?
guys. And cut.
And almost. hey, do this. We're going to say the North Oakland Concert Band was in action not too long ago, and we have some footage. We're going to say, roll that footage.
All right, let's roll it.
What can we say about
Oh
Kevin?
my gosh, is he
Superstar.
precious or what? And great jokes.
Great jokes, great guy, great group, Dutton Farm's fantastic, and
Special place.
absolutely. And Ian Locke here in the studio, Kim Urbanowski. We're wrapping up Orion today. We're really happy you could tune in. Hope you're having a good time like we are, learning a lot of new things about different organizations and things around town. So I believe we do have some sports reporting today, and I was handed a script here. So as you know, the postseason is underway for basketball, and I'll just dig in here. So the Lake Orion girls varsity basketball team won its second consecutive district title after beating Clarkston 54-52. I believe they were at Clarkston High School for that district run, so congratulations, second straight district title. This advanced the Lady Cagers to the regional semifinal against Howell. This game was also close throughout the whole duration of the game, but the Dragons were able to hold on and win 47-44 in a tight one, taking them to the regional final against West Bloomfield. And that tight, you see the highlights there, very tight game throughout, but the Dragons held on, and of course you can see they're playing at home, and they took the W 47-44 against a tough Howell squad to move on. This was the third matchup for the Dragons and West Bloomfield for this season, and it didn't go real well the first two times, but the Lady Dragons always improved every time they met up with West Bloomfield Lakers. And but again, once again, West Bloomfield, the defending state champion, were looking to repeat, and Lake Orion gave them a challenge throughout. As the first quarter, Audrey Wishmeyer scored 4 3-pointers, and having the Dragons only trailing by 2 with a score of 21-19 at half. As you can see, the threes raining down from the outside. She had 4 of them to keep the Dragons in the game, 21-19 at half. However, West Bloomfield picked up the defensive pressure throughout the rest of the game and caused the Dragons to start making some mistakes. Unfortunately, the Dragons were only able to score 11 points throughout the rest of the game, leading to a 48-30 loss in the regional semifinals. But they played them tight, and they improved throughout the season against West Bloomfield. We can't understate the talent on that team, defending D1 state champions, and they pretty much are the favorite to get back to the finals at the Breslin Center this year. So the Dragons, the Lady Dragons season ends 48-30 with a regional semifinal loss to West Bloomfield. Lake Orion proved they could hang with them.
That's right.
Right, they could play with anybody all season. And just an update on the guys. So the varsity boys beat Rochester 64-54 in the district, and then lost to Adams 50-42 to close out their season. So it's hard to believe that the basketball season has concluded. It's all done. We're starting to transition into spring sports, but there's that fluffy white stuff out on the ground. It's got to go away. And I do know track started this week. How do I know this? My son came home from practice going, I'm so sore. So Coach has him working very hard, running through the snow. And so track season's coming. Softball's coming, baseball's coming, soccer. I love soccer, and the lacrosse teams are playing. So, big Dragon sports fan. There's so much to watch. You're going to have so many games on ONTV. You can't miss it. We try to do at least 3 games a week, and there's live streams through Dragon Broadcasting. All the Dragon sports you can handle this spring. So hopefully the weather will hold out. We've had some springs, as you know. It's been wet and cold and snowy and bad and all these things, but crossing our fingers that it's a nice dry spring so we can get out and enjoy the sunshine and sports. So is that it? How are we doing, Steve? How are we doing on time? So I need to fill? Well, he doesn't know. I'm not sure. Quick hit. Oh, don't forget to tune into Quick Hits. Is that how we end the show? There it is. I guess I should read my script. Again, sitting in for Joe Johnson. All right. So that was a sports update. We're going to run it to the Quick Hits. I want to thank you for tuning to Orion Today live here in the studio. Kim Urbanowski, Ian Locke. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to send you off to our quick hit of all the upcoming events this weekend here in the Orion area. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Goodbye.
Bye.
May the luck of the Irish be with you. On Friday, celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a special St. Patrick's Day lunch at the Orion Center from noon to 2 o'clock p.m. Enjoy a festive meal provided by Pomeroy Living of Orion and festive entertainment. For more information, visit www.orionparks.com. Spring is in the air. Register today for Orion Township Parks and Rec Bunny Bop on Saturday morning. Hop on over for a photo with a special bunny, a fun craft project, and an egg hunt. Participants will need to bring their own basket for the egg hunt. Pre-registration is required and there are limited spots available. For more information and to register, visit www.orionparks.com. Calling all space explorers. On Saturday, join the Orion Library from 2 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. to celebrate the anniversary of the first walk in space and participate in various out-of-this-world space-themed activities. This program is suitable for space explorers grades K through 5. For more information, visit orionlibrary.org. On Saturday evening from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m., join artists at the Orion Art Center for the Art of Storytelling Art Gallery opening, featuring artwork inspired by the novel Mexican Gothic by author Silvia Moreno Garcia. Throughout the event, refreshments will be provided and winners will be announced. The gallery will remain on display at the Art Center for 1 month before being relocated to the library. Life can be stressful. Are you ready to find your inner peace? On Sunday, the Wint Nature Center will be hosting Wellness in the Woods, Yoga with Studio 8 Fitness from 2 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Train your brain into an increased state of calm and ease through a walking, meditation mini hike and gentle yoga class with Donna Tomasi from Studio 8 Fitness. Depending on the weather, class will be held outdoors or indoors overlooking the woods, so be sure to dress appropriately. Bring a towel, blanket, or yoga mat. This program is great for all abilities and is suitable for ages 7 and up. Pre-registration is required. Register by calling 248-858-0916. Now let's take a look at this week's weather. Wednesday's forecast is calling for mostly sunny skies with a high of 44 and a low of 33. PM showers on Thursday with a high of 49 and a low of 41. Rain on Friday with a high of 49 and a low of 27. Then cloudy on Saturday with a high of 32 and a low of 23. And partly cloudy on Sunday with a high of 35 and a low of 23. That's it for this week's ONTV Quick Hit. Thanks for tuning in and we'll see you next time.